Hey everyone, welcome back to the Incredible India podcast series. I'm Sam.
And I'm Taylor, and we're here to take you on another deep dive.
Today we're plunging into one of history's most, tantalizing mysteries.
Yeah.
The vanished Peacock Throne.
Mm.
This isn't just a story about, a lost object. It's really a tale of unparalleled craftsmanship, immense wealth, and a dramatic disappearance that honestly reshaped empires.
And our mission today, really, is to unpack this whole saga. We've gathered a fascinating stack of sources. You've got historical accounts, artistic interpretations, even modern investigative reports.
Right.
And we're going to trace the journey of this legendary artifact. You're going to hear about its incredible splendor, the shocking events surrounding its disappearance, and the ongoing hunt, centuries long, for what's become this powerful symbol of lost heritage.
Okay, so let's unpack this incredible creation. Where does the story of the Peacock Throne even begin? What was Shah Jahan's vision for something so grand?
Its story starts back in 1628 with Shah Jahan, the newly crowned Mughal emperor.
Yeah.
He envisioned a throne so magnificent, it would basically embody paradise on Earth.
Yeah.
This wasn't just about showing off,
Wow.
It was a deliberate statement of his imperial power, meant to outshine absolutely everything that had come before. I mean, imagine pouring the equivalent of millions in today's currency into a single piece of furniture.
Millions. Just for a throne.
Yeah, that's the scale of his ambition we're talking about.
That's staggering. So what made it so special beyond just the sheer cost? What did it actually look like?
Well, what's truly fascinating here isn't just the scale, though that's impressive. It's the architectural and artistic ambition, really embedded in the design. This wasn't merely furniture. It was the living symbol. It was massive, about 6 feet long, 4 feet wide.
Big.
Huge.
Yeah.
Its base featured 12 columns, each intricately inlaid with pearls. And above it, a canopy, crowned with this magnificent peacock, its tail fanning out behind it.
Wow.
And the craftsman used this incredibly intricate technique called kundan.
Kundan.
Yeah, it's a specialized Indian gemstone setting.
Yeah.
It uses pure gold foil to sort of seamlessly fuse jewels together, so there's no visible metal.
Oh, interesting.
Right, you just get this unbroken, shimmering surface of gems, like a sea of jewels.
And the peacocks, I've heard they were the defining feature. Can you describe them?
Absolutely, that was the key thing.
Yeah.
2 peacocks, their tails made of sapphires, emeralds, rubies, pearls, all mimicking the iridescent shimmer of real feathers.
Incredible.
And get this, between them, carved from a single massive emerald, was a life-sized parrot.
A single emerald. Life-sized.
Yep.
A single piece.
That's unbelievable. So, okay, how many gems are we talking about here? It sounds like just an unimaginable quantity.
You're right to ask. It really was. The estimate is around 26,733 precious stones.
26,000.
Mm-hmm. The throne's entire gold base was just absolutely encrusted with diamonds, emeralds, pearls, rubies. It featured some of the most famous gems in history, like the 186-carat Koh-i-Noor diamond.
The Koh-i-Noor, right there, center of the headrest, and the 182-carat Darya-i-Noor, that famous pale pink diamond.
Wow, those are legendary names. Any other famous stones we should know about embedded in this masterpiece?
Oh, definitely. There was the 352-carat Timur ruby, multiple Colombian emeralds, each one over 100 carats.
Good grief.
Perfectly matched pearls from the Persian Gulf, stunning spinels and rubies from what's now Tajikistan. And the craftsmen, they labored for 7 years.
7 years.
7 years to assemble this masterpiece, meticulously placing each stone, creating these color patterns that would shift and dance in different light.
Wow.
Now, if we connect this to the kind of bigger picture, the throne's cultural significance went way beyond its material value. It truly embodied Mughal political theology.
Meaning
Meaning the belief that the emperor's rule was, divinely ordained. When Shah Jahan sat on it, he was physically embodying the axis between heaven and earth.
right, a connection.
Exactly. Court poets wrote endless verses comparing him on his throne to the legendary King Solomon. A contemporary chronicler even claimed the Peacock Throne put the rainbow to shame.
High praise.
Seriously. And foreign ambassadors. They were reportedly so overwhelmed by its splendor during audiences, they were often speechless, couldn't even deliver their prepared speeches.
Just stunned into silence.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It really established a visual language of power for all the subsequent Mughal rulers.
It sounds like this immovable symbol of divine authority. But, nothing lasts forever, does it? Especially in empires. So what set the stage for this masterpiece's dramatic disappearance?
Yeah, things change. The stage was set in 1739. The Mughal Empire, which was once so mighty, had been weakened. Years of internal strife, ineffective leadership.
Vulnerable.
Exactly. And into this vulnerability marched Nadir Shah, the ambitious ruler of Persia, leading an army of 55,000 battle-hardened soldiers.
55,000. And Delhi, the heart of the Mughal Empire, it fell pretty quickly, didn't it? Astonishingly so.
It really did. The battle itself was, frankly, embarrassingly brief. Mughal forces just collapsed within about 3 hours.
Wow.
And Delhi was his. Now, initially, Nadir Shah showed a surprising degree of restraint. He even hosted a feast with the Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah.
Oh, okay.
But then, rumors started to spread. Persian soldiers, his own men, had supposedly been killed in the city, and his response was swift and unimaginably brutal.
Uh-oh. So what kind of plunder followed that? Especially given that brutal response, I can only imagine the horror.
It was horrific.
Uh-huh.
Utterly horrific. The morning of March 22nd, 1739, marked the beginning of this terrifying massacre. Nadir Shah ordered his troops slaughtered Delhi's citizens. Indiscriminately. For 9 horrific hours, they killed everyone they saw. Blood literally ran through the streets. Roughly 20,000 people were butchered.
20,000.
But the human toll, that was just the beginning of Nadir Shah's agenda. He had come for treasure. And he began this systematic looting of Delhi that lasted 58 days.
58 days of looting.
His soldiers stripped the city bare. Gold, silver, jewels, weapons, art, everything. And the crown jewel of this plunder was, of course, the magnificent Peacock Throne.
The throne itself.
With its 26,733 precious stones, including the Koh-i-Noor, the Timur ruby, it was estimated to be worth roughly, get this, $1 billion in today's money.
$1 billion. How do you even begin to move something of that value and that sheer physical size? What happened to it after the massacre?
Well, the journey back to Persia must have been quite a sight, a real spectacle of conquest. You have to imagine this procession, 700 elephants.
700?
Yep, 4,000 camels, 12,000 horses, all laden with stolen treasures. And the Peacock Throne, it was so large, so unwieldy, it actually had to be dismantled for transport.
Ah, okay. Taken apart.
Exactly. Now, when Nadir Shah got back to Persia, he made sure to flaunt his new acquisition. He even had a special throne room built in his palace at Isfahan, specifically to display this symbol of his victory.
Rubbing it in.
Totally. Persian chronicles record that Nadir Shah added an inscription to the throne, something like, "The kingdom of the world passed to the king of the age, Nadir, the world conqueror."
Wow. The irony there is almost, well, poetic, isn't it?
It really is.
The man who conquered so much, including this ultimate symbol of power, couldn't hold on to his own life or even his empire for very long. What happened after Nadir Shah's assassination?
You're absolutely right. Nadir Shah was assassinated in 1747, and his empire fractured almost immediately. His treasures scattered by the very forces he had commanded.
Chaos.
Total chaos. And the subsequent fate of the throne, it became one of history's greatest enigmas, sparking numerous theories right from the start.
Like what were the early ideas?
Well, some historians believe it was broken apart. Its jewels may be distributed among the warlords and generals who fought over Nadir's crumbling empire.
Makes sense. Easy to carry gems.
Exactly. Others think it might have been destroyed during the Afghan invasion of Persia in 1760. And there's even this fascinating theory that parts of the throne somehow made their way back to India.
Really?
Yeah, perhaps incorporated into later thrones. Or maybe it was secretly transported to Ottoman territory, and it remains hidden somewhere in modern-day Turkey. Who knows?
It's remarkable that we have so much documentation for something from the 18th century, yet its ultimate fate remains so elusive. What do those historical accounts actually tell us?
We are lucky to have them, even if they don't solve the final puzzle. The Mughal court chronicler, Anand Ram Mukhlis, gave this chillingly detailed account of the Delhi massacre, describing how the streets were filled with the bodies of the slain.
Grim.
Very. On the Persian side, Mirza Mahdi Khan Astarabadi, Nadir Shah's official biographer, he described the throne as the most valuable thing on earth.
Understatement.
Probably. And crucially, even before the theft, the French jeweler Jean-Baptiste Tavernier had meticulously examined and described the throne in detail. His account gives us our best understanding of what it looked like before it, vanished from view.
So the trail of the Peacock Throne really does read like a detective novel, but with very unreliable witnesses, it sounds like. Were there ever any sort of credible sightings after Nadir Shah took it?
Well, credible is the tricky word here. After Nadir Shah hauled it off to Persia in 1739, the reports become tantalizingly vague. In 1760, a European traveler claimed to have seen a throne in Isfahan, described its jewel-encrusted glory. But was it the original? Or maybe a copy Nader had made? Historians still debate that one.
Right.
Then, when the Qajar dynasty took power in Persia in the late 18th century, rumors swirled that they had the throne stashed away in their royal treasury.
Okay.
Several diplomatic accounts in the 1800s mentioned visitors being shown the famous Peacock Throne, but the descriptions often differ quite significantly from Tavernier's original account of the Mughal masterpiece.
So maybe different thrones or just bad descriptions.
Could be either. Perhaps the most curious sighting came from a British diplomat in 1818. He wrote about seeing the throne in Tehran, but his description sounds much more like a completely different royal seat altogether. So confusion reigns.
It seems like it almost transformed into a symbol then, didn't it? Regardless of its actual physical presence. How did the throne become such a powerful symbol in Persia, even after it supposedly disappeared?
That's exactly right. What's fascinating here is precisely that symbolic transformation. Persian rulers used the idea of it to legitimize their claims to power,
How so?
essentially saying, look at this impossibly valuable throne I acquired from India. That proves how mighty I am.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't actually have it or only had pieces. The Peacock Throne became so iconic in Persian culture that the monarchy itself literally became known as the Peacock Throne.
The whole monarchy, named after.
Yes, Persian poetry and literature from the 18th, 19th centuries frequently reference it as the ultimate symbol of royal power, representing Persia's brief but glorious return to imperial dominance under Nadir Shah. So the paradox is, while the throne originally symbolized Mughal magnificence, its theft kind of paradoxically transformed it into a Persian national treasure,
Right.
only for it to vanish again.
So, okay, with all these vague sightings and this powerful symbolic meaning, what are the most plausible theories about its actual existence? Is it still out there somewhere intact, or is that just wishful thinking?
Wishful thinking is probably closer. With so many conflicting stories, the most plausible explanation points to something much more, well, pragmatic. The dismantling theory.
Breaking it up.
Exactly. When the Qajar dynasty faced severe financial troubles in the early 19th century, it's highly likely they started breaking off pieces of the throne to sell. I mean, why keep a giant, unwieldy jeweled chair when you desperately need cash?
True. Gems are easier to liquidate.
Much easier. Another strong theory suggests it was completely dismantled during Afghanistan's invasion of Persia in 1747, right after Nadir Shah's assassination. The chaos then would have provided the perfect cover for such a monumental heist.
Right. Total confusion.
And interestingly, some historians believe certain gems from the throne have actually reappeared in other royal collections.
Oh, yeah. Like, which ones?
Well, that enormous 182-carat Darya-Noor diamond, the pink one, is now part of the Iranian crown jewels. Many experts believe it once adorned the Peacock Throne.
Wow. Okay, so fragments might exist.
Fragments, almost certainly. An intact throne, highly unlikely.
That raises a crucial question then. Have modern-day searches, archaeological digs or even museum collections, have they offered any new clues, any definitive evidence? People must still be looking.
Oh, the hunt never stopped. It continues today. In 1992, there was a Russian-Iranian team excavating sites in Tehran where Nadir Shah's palace once stood.
Did they find anything?
They found a few gold ornaments, vaguely matched Mughal craftsmanship. Tantalizing, yes, but inconclusive.
Right. Not the smoking gun.
Not at all. Then in 2008, Professor Hamid Kazemzia's expedition used ground-penetrating radar up in northern Afghanistan, found a buried cache of jewels. But again, no definitive throne components, just more jewels.
Frustrating. What about museums? Could pieces be hiding in plain sight?
It's entirely possible. You could be standing inches from pieces of the throne in a museum and never know it. The Victoria and Albert Museum in London, for instance, they house several Mughal gems, including a huge 78-carat emerald with Shah Jahan's actual insignia on it.
Whoa.
The Topkapi Palace Museum in Istanbul displays jewels reportedly bought from Persian merchants in the late 18th century. The timing is suspiciously aligned with the throne's disappearance, right?
Very suspicious.
And even the National Museum of Iran exhibits what they carefully call ornamental elements of royal furniture. Their curator cautiously notes, "We cannot confirm nor deny these might have adorned the Peacock Throne." So, hedging their bets.
Right, keeping options open. So the official channels are looking, but what about the shadier side, the underground art world? Are there whispers among private collectors?
Absolutely. That world buzzes with whispers about the throne, constantly.
Yeah.
There are these persistent rumors of a Saudi billionaire who allegedly owns one of the Peacock figurines, supposedly bought it for $18 million back in 1987.
$18 million for one figure.
If the rumor is true, The Rothschild family's collection is also often rumored to contain gems from the throne. And get this, in 2015, an anonymous collector actually contacted Christie's auction house, said they had significant Mughal artifacts of royal provenance,
I know.
mysteriously withdrew before any authentication could be completed, vanished again.
Sounds about right for this story.
And governments must be involved too, right? This isn't just history, it's national pride, immense value.
Precisely. It's geopolitical, too. India's Archaeological Survey established a special division back in 2003, specifically dedicated to tracking lost national treasures. The Peacock Throne is high on their list. They've formally requested info from 17 countries.
Iran's Cultural Heritage Organization conducts its own parallel investigation. They tend to maintain that the throne never actually left Persian territory, which complicates things.
Yeah, conflicting claims.
And in a rare moment of cooperation, Pakistani and Indian authorities actually jointly interviewed descendants of frontier tribes in 2019. They were following a lead that pieces of the throne were traded among tribal leaders after Nadir Shah's assassination.
Kenny left.
Doesn't seem like it led anywhere concrete.
Yeah.
And then there was a 2010 WikiLeaks document.
Oh.
Yeah, it revealed American diplomatic cables discussing sensitive negotiations regarding Mughal artifacts between India, Iran, and an unnamed third country. So things are happening behind the scenes.
Fascinating.
The truth, in all likelihood, is probably scattered across continents. Some parts may be sitting in plain sight in vaults or museums, others still deeply hidden. Lost, sold, recut. Who knows?
It's truly remarkable, isn't it? How something nobody has seen intact for centuries remains so vivid in our collective imagination. How is this vanished, treasure-shaped culture? Art, stories.
It's had an immense impact. Artists have been obsessed with the Peacock Throne practically since it vanished. European painters in the 18th, 19th centuries created these romantic interpretations, often, exaggerating its splendor based on Tavernier's descriptions.
Fantasy versions.
Pretty much. Persian miniatures depict it as a symbol of imperial might. Indian artists portray it as the lost soul of Mughal grandeur. Each artist, in a way, added their own flair, shaping what we think the throne looked like today, even though much of it is likely based on conjecture, not direct observation.
That's a powerful point. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, this missing throne isn't just a lost object. It's become this tangible symbol in Indo-Persian relations, hasn't it? Representing national pride, past grievances. How does that historical absence still play out today?
It creates this really fascinating dynamic. For India, the Peacock Throne represents the absolute pinnacle of their artistic achievement, but also the painful memory of invasion, the decline of the Mughal Empire.
Right, a dual symbol.
Exactly. In Iran, it's remembered as Nadir Shah's greatest prize, proof of Persian military might, however brief that resurgence was. So whenever diplomatic relations heat up between these countries, or even just in cultural discussions, someone inevitably brings up the throne.
Really? Still today?
Oh, yeah. It's become shorthand for centuries of complicated history, debates about cultural ownership. In a paradoxical way, the throne's absence probably creates more tension and intrigue than its actual presence ever did.
That's quite a thought. And the mystery continues to inspire new creations, doesn't it? People aren't just searching for it, they're trying to bring it back.
In other ways,
Yeah.
there are numerous modern replicas and recreations, each one a testament to its enduring allure. The most famous one sits in Tehran's National Jewelry Treasury, though experts widely agree it's, well, nothing like the original description.
A later creation.
Right. In 2016, a jewelry collective in Jaipur spent 3 years crafting their own replica, drew on old descriptions, employed 30 master craftsmen, used over 2,000 gemstones.
Wow, a huge effort.
Huge. Even Bollywood productions have created their own versions for historical epics, each more elaborate than the last. One 2019 film reportedly spent $2 million just on their throne replica.
$2 million for a prop.
It's an obsession, isn't it? This desire to recreate something unseen. It's like we're all drawn to the impossible dream of touching history's most untouchable treasure. So, yeah, the search for the legendary Peacock Throne remains one of history's most captivating treasure hunts. Despite centuries of searching, it continues to elude definitive discovery. Perhaps the true value of the Peacock Throne lies not in its gold and jewels, but in the enduring mystery itself. The way it continues to capture our imagination across generations. It really stands as this powerful symbol of lost heritage and maybe the transient nature of even the greatest imperial powers.
That's beautifully put. And just like the Peacock Throne, India holds so many more mysteries and wonders. Take the Koh-i-Noor diamond, for instance. A stone that's seen more backstabbing than a Shakespeare tragedy, with its own fascinating and sometimes pretty dark history. We definitely encourage you to explore these stories yourself. If you decide to travel to India, we have a recommendation. Five Senses Tours organizes tours across India, which are immersive cultural experiences. You can email contact at fivesensestours.com. Note 5 is written as a numeral in contact at fivesensestours.com or WhatsApp to +919 845 677 446.